When you have a teenager, there is this moment we all experience that cuts much deeper than you expect. You're giving advice, good advice, the kind of wisdom that took you years to earn, and your teenager looks at you and rolls their eyes. Not in anger, in dismissal, like you're irrelevant, like your experience means nothing. Like everything you know, everything you've learned doesn't matter anymore. And then they turn around and quote some 19-year-old TikToker like it's gospel. Someone who's never raised a kid, never paid a bill, never lived through real consequence, and you stand there thinking, when did I stop being enough? When did I become the person they tune out? You used to be their whole world. You were the one they ran to with every question, the one they believed without hesitation, the one whose opinion mattered the most, and now you are furniture, background noise, the person they tolerate. And it doesn't just hurt, it makes you question everything. Am I out of touch? Have I lost them completely? Will they ever value what I have to offer again? Am I wrong? Here's what's actually happening though. Your teenager isn't rejecting you because you're worthless. They're rejecting you because rejecting you is part of their job right now. Let me explain that. When they were little, they built their entire identity around you. Your values became their values. Your beliefs became their beliefs. Your taste in music, food, humor, it all shaped them. They were an extension of you, and that was perfect. It's exactly what childhood is supposed to be. But adolescence? Adolescence is like a dismantling. It's the great separation. It's when they have to ask, what do I actually believe that's mine, not just borrowed from you? Who am I when I'm not just a reflection of my parents? And the only way they can answer that question is by pushing you away. Not forever, but for now. They have to challenge everything you've taught them. They have to question every value you've passed down to them. They have to test every belief you hold, not because those things are wrong, but because they need to know if they're true for them, if they can stand on their own, if they can think for themselves. And yes, that means sometimes they're going to listen to idiots on the internet instead of you. Not because the influencer is smarter, but because the influencer isn't you. And right now, anything that's not you feels like freedom. I know this doesn't make it hurt less, because here's the thing. You gave everything to raise them. You sacrificed. You showed up. You loved them when they were unlovable. You stayed up at night worrying. You built your entire life around making sure they would be okay. And now they're acting like none of it matters. Like you're some relic from a generation that doesn't understand the world anymore. It's insulting. It's painful. And if you're honest, it's enraging because you do understand. You've lived more life than they have. You've made more mistakes than they haven't even made yet. You have wisdom they desperately need, and they're too arrogant to see it. So yeah, you have every right to feel hurt, every right to feel dismissed, every right to feel like screaming, I earn the right to be heard. I feed you. But here's the hard truth. You have earned it, but they can't see that yet. And trying to force them to see it will only push them further away. Your teenager isn't trying to hurt you. They're trying to find themselves. And unfortunately, finding yourself at 15 requires temporarily losing respect for the people who raised you. It's clumsy, it's painful, it's deeply unfair, but it's also necessary. Because if they never question you, if they never challenge what you've taught them, if they never test whether your values actually hold up under pressure, then they never become their own person. They stay a copy, an extension, a shadow of you. And that's not what you want either. You don't want a kid who blindly follows you forever. You want someone who thinks for themselves, who can stand on their own 2 feet, who can lead their own life. But getting there requires them to push you off the pedestal for a little while, to see you as human, to see you as flawed, imperfect, wrong sometimes. And that hurts because you were their hero and now you're just a person. So what do? You don't fight it. You don't demand respect. You don't try to prove your relevance by listing your credentials. You let them demote you. And you stay steady anyway, because if you keep showing up, you just got to keep showing up, not because they've earned it, but because you're not parenting for applause anymore. You're parenting for legacy. And legacy isn't built in the moments when they're grateful. It's built in the moments when they're not. When they roll their eyes and you stay calm. When they quote some influencer, you don't take the bait. When they dismiss your advice, you don't make it about you. You just keep being the steady, solid, grounded presence in their life. Not because you need them to see your value, but because you know your value. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not this year, but one day they'll come back. They'll ask for your advice. They'll value your perspective. They'll realize that the wisdom you offered was real, but only if you don't make them wrong for not seeing it yet. Here's where most parents get it wrong. They think respect is something you demand, something you enforce, something teenagers owe you because you're the parent. No. Respect is something you earn, not through your title, through your character. And right now, your teenager is watching to see if your character holds up when you're not being worshipped. If you can stay solid when you're not the hero, if you can lead without needing applause, if you can love them when they don't see your value, that's the test, and most parents fail it. They get bitter, they get defensive, they start competing with the influencers. They demand to be heard. They dress like their children. And in so doing, they prove they're not actually as strong as they claim to be. But you're going to pass this test. Not by demanding respect, by becoming someone so solid, so grounded, so clearly at peace with who you are, that respect becomes inevitable. Not because they have to give it, but because they want to. Look, this teenage thing is brutal. Going from mum, dad knows everything to being treated like you're irrelevant, it's one of the hardest parts of parenting. And no one warns you about it. No one tells you how much it's going to hurt. But here's what I can tell you. You haven't lost them. You've just been demoted temporarily. If you can hold your ground, if you can stay steady without becoming bitter, if you can keep showing up even when they're not grateful, you will earn your place back, not as the hero they worshipped, but as the adult that they respect. And that's worth more than worship ever was, because worship fades, but respect lasts. If you're in this now, and you need the framework for how to navigate it, how to stay grounded when you feel dismissed, how to lead without needing applause, how to build the kind of character that earns respect instead of demanding it, the link is below. What they're not saying teens will show you how. Not through theory, through lived battle-tested truth. Let's do this together. I'll see you inside the program. It's not a very long one, but it's packed with useful information that you will really, really value.